How's it going, everyone? Nori, and I'm here with a different video. So some of you have wanted me to show you what kind of game I'm working on and my progress and like introduce the game, and I really wanted to show this to you guys as well, but it's nowhere near ready, the game itself. I just wanted to show you guys what I made so far, so here we go. So what I'm kind of working on is a game that's based on Outlast. For those of you that don't know, Outlast is a horror game that involves like a found footage style where the player has a camera that has night vision and they have to survive the different environments that are around them. So like psychopaths in an asylum or in a school, for example. It's really crazy how I haven't seen a game like this on Roblox with Outlast, so I guess I'll be the first one to try and make this happen. So what I've done is I've made an abandoned house, so this will be where you kind of purchase some merch for the game, so you can buy some of the clothing that some of the enemies wear, and things like that. And this is kind of like where I was messing around with the different textures and things like that. I don't know why there's a missing texture here. Yeah, I don't know why there's a missing texture here, but we were kind of playing around, kind of trying to figure out how to make the game look pretty similar to Outlast in terms of the way the asylums look with the textures and things like that. Trying to make the game look as realistic as possible on Roblox, which is a challenge, definitely a challenge, but I think we're going to be able to do it with things like lighting. And I say weird because I actually have some testers and a builder and scripter working on this game with me. It's a very small team, but for the most part, I'm basically doing most of the work. And my testers are there to like kind of figure out and help me find some glitches with what I'm making. So what I've been working on recently over the past few days is this little mansion here. So this is where you're going to enter chapter 1. I don't know how many chapters I'm going to put in the game. Probably around 3 to 4 chapters is enough. But if we need to put more, I'll probably make more. Just so that this game has a lot of depth going through it and a lot of gameplay. That's kind of what I want. Because I don't want people to just end up playing this game, end up completing the first 3 chapters within like an hour, and then, quit the game forever. What I want them to do is kind of experience a story that's rich, that's enlightening, and most of all scary because it's a horror game. But yeah, just make the game as immersive as possible, and that's gonna happen with a good story, good sound design, and some good graphics. But yeah, let's go ahead and go inside. I'll show you guys. So this door you can actually open with an animation. I put a spawn here just because I was testing. So this game, you'll be able to play it single player, 2 player, 3 player, and 4 player. So far I've made 2 single player areas. You can see you can queue up, play by yourself. And then just now, this morning actually, 2 hours before recording this video, I've made it so that you can actually queue up with a friend. Now that's awesome, because that's the whole kind of point with this game. I want it so that you can still play with your friends, not just by yourself. Because I feel like a lot of single player games kind of miss out on that opportunity where a lot of people like playing with their friends, and if you have a horror game especially, then it's gonna be a cool experience for everyone around. So in this kind of video, I kind of want to work on the 3 player elevators, which are gonna go here and here, obviously. And I really want to show you guys the lobby, so let me go ahead and show you guys the lobby real fast. Okay, actually, before going out to check out the lobby, I'll actually show you guys how these elevators work. It's really cool. I made it so that they're animated. As you can see, you can open and close this door really nicely, like so. I'll add sound effects to the door opening and closing, as well as the elevators and kind of ambiance in here. So we're alone, right? Single player. We want to go play some single player. bang. And then the timer starts, there's 1 out of 1. And then the timer ends. We wait a second. And the elevator doors close. And then you get teleported into the lobby for now. But once I put this in the lobby, it will teleport you into the first chapter like it should. So this is the main menu. So, it's so cool. But there's the info tab, which basically explains the game. The shop does nothing yet because there's nothing really out for you to buy yet. And then there's credits with who's working on the game with me. So you can see it's a very small team. I forgot to write some names down here. But the game is called LastOut instead of Outlast. I figured that's a funny spin-off on the name of the game. So let's just go ahead and play it. Also, I'm going to turn up the audio a little bit so that you guys can hear kind of the main menu and what happens in the main menu for a second. You can see the lights flickering as well. Alright, so now when you press play, fades to black. It's gotta be a very scary game. I'm gonna try my best to make this as scary as possible. So there you go. Now we're in the actual lobby itself. So this is where you're gonna be joining the game and queuing up with your friends. There's gonna be a leaderboard for donators to anyone who donates the game. There's nothing like that at the moment. As you can see, I have a title as well as in the chat. Just so you know that I'm legit. Anyone else without a title like that is not going to be legit. So I've added this house here, as I said. This is where the merch is going to go. Again, trying to make it look as realistic as possible with the lighting, casting really hard shadows. And there's going to be signs that say, follow this path to chapter 1. And then you would follow this path down here. Also, there's light around the player so that you can see kind of roughly where you can go. There's going to be like maybe lampposts around along these paths as well. Light up this path to the chapter. But hopefully the music is cool and the whole vibe is cool to you guys, because I'm loving working on this game right now. I'm honest with you guys. But yeah, that's all that I have done so far, and this has taken me around a couple of days to actually get done in total. So you would go here. I'm gonna make this like a foresty theme for the lobby, so there's gonna be a lot of trees, woods, things like that. Just make it as creepy as possible. The gameplay, so I'm gonna leak kind of what we have in mind for the first chapter. Is you land in a helicopter crash for the first chapter, and it's kind of like Outlast 2, if any of you have played that, where you crash a helicopter as a news reporters team, and then you have to find your way out. But little did you know, there's psychopaths out there where you crashed, and things just don't go very well. Things get very bloody. So I'm gonna, let me know in the comments if whether or not I should add options for gore or blood, because I don't know how Roblox is gonna treat that in terms of like, you know, banning the game. Because I know that if the game is too bloody, it's definitely gonna get shut down, so don't want that happening, especially with a game that I'm working on very slowly and by myself. They really don't want to see and just get banned. But yeah, that's all I've got to show. So in this video, I kind of want to show you guys what I kind of do in terms of the scripting part. So if you ever wondered how to script, look at all this. So this is just for the one elevator, right? And what this does is it checks how many players are in the elevator in this script. And if the amount of players is met, so 2. So if the amount of players is 2, then the elevator animation will play. Then it will reset everything. And that's basically what this does. And then the time just keeps looping, right? And then I have a separate script that does the teleporting. So this script checks how many players there are, and if the timer is over and there's enough players, then it will teleport all those players within this region here, which is a part, actually, as you can see here. If I make this transparency 0, you can see that this is the area where the player is going to get teleported. Teleported, yes, English. But this part basically just turns invisible after someone joins. So you don't see it, and you don't see this brick right here. This brick just teleports you to it after you touch the door. That's basically what happens. But this was a pain. This script itself for the elevator took me several days to figure out. For the 2-player at least. The single player wasn't as bad, but it required a lot of testing to begin with. And as you can see, it's still the outdated script for the single player ones. So I might have to update it to this new one here that's more optimized and much better at teleporting the player. But yeah, let's go ahead and start working on this 3-player teleport. So I'm kind of gonna use just F3X here to get this elevator. Move it across, rotate it 180 degrees, just so that, you know, it's flipped. And I kind of want to line it up with this other one. I think it's already lined up perfectly. I think it is, yeah. Okay. So one thing we need to change within the script, as you can see, there's values for the player amount and there's values for time. So that it checks what values what. So we're gonna go inside this elevator script, I believe, and basically invert these plus and minuses here to get this to work. Plus, minus, minus, and plus. And that's basically the elevator done right there, I should say. Very nice. Okay, now we're gonna work on the 3-player. So this is gonna be interesting because it's 3 players, right? So it's gonna be a lot harder to script, that's for sure. All right, and let me try fit this elevator in here, like so, and kind of resize this stuff towards the elevator, like that. A little bit more, so we're gonna do 0.1. Let me know if you want more videos on me working on this game. I'd be more than happy to continue making videos on this, but apart from that, I think I'm gonna stream the development of this game on my Twitch, so make sure you follow me on my Twitch channel. I'm definitely gonna be streaming that. Now that I look at it, it's definitely not positioned right. Need to be a little bit more careful positioning this thing. Okay, also, there we go. I just want it in front of that wall. So, and make sure it doesn't clip through the wall. I also need to finish building the roof at some point as well of this place, but I reckon it looks really awesome and it's gonna fit the lobby really well. Okay, so I'm actually gonna get rid of these two and just move this over. Make sure it's perfect, like that. There we go. And then when we're done with the 3-player, we can just move it, spin it around, change the script, and then that's 3 players done. I was thinking of making like these double doors here as well before the elevator to kind of make it look like it's an actual asylum. But I like this look as well. Let me know if you want that in the comments below. It would, personally, it would just make more sense to have double doors that are big that you just open. But yeah, okay. We need to tweak this entire thing and just make it work. So, enter entrance, You can see I've made it as simple as possible for myself. So player amount, we're going to change that to 0 out of 3. Single player, see, I don't name this stuff just because I'm too lazy. Free player, just like that. And then the rest of it really is scripts. So the value is free. So if there's 3 players in this elevator, then it teleports to players. Pretty sure that's okay for this script now. See, I like when scripts are really easy to edit. Pardon me, I don't know why my throat is dying. Let me zoom in a bit as well so that you guys on mobile can see what's kind of going on here. So time, player amount. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. Kind of want to... Okay, no, that's fine as well. It's mainly the if statements. So if the value is not equal to 3, if the value of the players in the elevator is not equal to 3, if this stuff happens, okay. Okay, that's also fine because that just declares what player touched the elevator to enter it. Went through true, player amount value. That teleports the player into the elevator. Out of 3. So we need to make sure it's always out of 3 now. As into the elevator is equal to 3. And went through is true so that no more players can enter it. Yeah. So otherwise it will print that the elevator's full. Or there was an error in finding the player. So this is a loop right here. So if the player amount is bigger than 1 and the time is not equal to 0, then it takes away time. If time and player value is 3, then it closes the doors, resets the player amount, changes it to this. Players are getting teleported. Time is fine as well, so... And that's it. Until player value is 3. And that should be it for this elevator. That's as simple as that. Just editing that. We can try this out actually. If I press test here and do a local 3 players, I can actually control all 3 players, but it won't actually teleport us. Because we're in Roblox Studio. But if it gives us a HTTP error, so I'm actually going to open this up. You can see... Oh, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. Stop it. Stop it, you bastard. Oh wait, no, there is 3 player. Good. Okay, so 3 player. As you can see, there's 3 of me. 3 of me. So let's enter... Oh, why does it say 2? Didn't it say 3? It should say 3. Okay, we need to check this script right here. There it is. That was the problem. It set it to 2. Here. Okay. Just make sure everything is just polished before testing. Okay, now we can try it. Definitely gonna work this time. It's a lot of just going back and forth with scripting, but it's fun being able to just get it work in the end. It's really satisfying. Get the scripts working. It's funny how those things load in only when I hover my mouse over them. Okay, there we go. We have 1 player, 2 player, 3 players. See, it works now. So if the timer runs out and there's not 3 players in it, the timer should just reset. Basically. Is that correct? That is correct. And if we look in the output, it should say not enough players. Not enough players. Nice. And then let's throw another player at it. And then see the output again. Not enough players. Good, good, good. This is what I kind of wanted to see right here. So if we put in the last player, it should give us a HTML error. Okay. Let me look in the output. So this is kind of what the server's saying. 2, 1, 0. Teleporting. Okay. Let's look at the table. Players 2 and 3. Where's player 1? Player 2 added to the table. Unless, wait. Yeah. What? I guess it works. I guess it works. Because I don't know why, but there's only 2 players. But there's usually a value that's called 0. And I assume that's where the first player is. Let's see. Go to teleport. Let's see. It's probably here. Added to the table. And I kind of want to print the table after. So print players in the queue. I want to know who's in this queue while they're being added. So, okay, let's see this again for one more time. It definitely works though, because it said HTTP forbidden, which means that you can't teleport in the studio. Basically, pardon me. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna throw all players at it. I'm gonna open this output window on my other screen. Then I'll kind of show you guys what it's doing and saying after. Okay, so it says that the player's been added to the table, and that's correct. Now there should be 2 players in this table, and that's correct. And now we need 1 more player in the table. Let's see. I think that's correct. I could be wrong here. I think it's working. It's just being really weird. Let's see, player. The players are like where? In workspace. They're usually like down here somewhere. Player 1, player 2, player 3. Okay. So it's not adding player 1 for whatever reason. Which is definitely strange. I'm probably gonna have to figure this out off camera. If it's not working. 501. Okay. I don't know why it's 50 minus 1 here. Player amount. Yes. All of this stuff is correct here. Player. This is correct as well. If not player. Is it because the wait is too long here? I'm gonna do a wait of 2. I think. Okay. It's really weird that it's not adding the 3rd player to the table. I really do find that weird. Look with player and not table. Then it just inserts the player into the table. Yeah. Print v.name. And player value is free. Then. Okay. Yeah, no, this is perfectly fine. Is less than or equal to 3. What do you mean less than or equal to 3? Wouldn't you want to do less than 3? Then it resets the time. Yeah. Okay. See, I'm constantly optimizing the script to make it better. I might look at it. Values 10. Yeah. This is looking good right now. Because why would you have equal to 3 there if when as soon as you have 3 players, you know? Okay, that should work anyway. This should definitely work. I'm gonna end the video here because it does work. Now I just need to kind of work on the 4-player in the same way. And yeah, just let me know if you want to see more videos, but I'll probably stream my development more often. Kind of show and get help from you guys as well, for some of you that know how to script. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, smash the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and subscribe if you're new, because we got a lot of videos coming. But apart from that, I'll see you guys later. See you later.